What's up? Thanks for tuning in to another YouTube video. While everyone's talking about mortgage rates, no one is talking about how the US-23 FlexRoutes are going to massively change Livingston County. And honestly, this might quietly become the biggest stories in the next decade in Southeast Michigan. So if you've been sitting in morning or afternoon traffic, looking at those flex lanes, wondering when are they gonna open up, how is it gonna affect my commute, does it affect my property values, and will my home appreciate? This video is for you. Because this isn't just a road project, this is simply helping Livingston County feel that much closer to Ann Arbor. First off, what is this FlexRoute? Most people think MDOT just added a lane. That is not exactly what happened. The FlexRoute only uses the shoulder during rush hour traffic. Southbound opens up in the morning when everyone's driving to Ann Arbor, and northbound opens up when everyone's heading on home. Phase 1 covered the stretch closer to Ann Arbor, but Phase 2, the piece that just got finished, so now the entire corridor from Brighton all the way to Ann Arbor has that flex capacity. And that's the part that no one is talking about. So why does the highway matter to your home value? Well, it's simple. In real estate, commute is the currency. So when drives get faster or it becomes more predictable, homes that are further away become that much more desirable because the commute has less of an impact. And when something feels closer to jobs, demand goes up. Think about who drives US-23 every single day on the way to Ann Arbor. We got nurses, we got researchers at the University of Michigan, folks working for the hospitals, Ann Arbor techs, and professional jobs. A lot of people are commuting to Ann Arbor every single day. For years, a lot of those workers looked at Livingston County and said, I would like a little bit more space. I would like a little bit more affordability, but never took that plunge because of the commute. So who benefits the most? Let's go through it now. Number 1, Green Oak Township. It's the front doorstep to Livingston County for anyone in Washington County. It's the first, most southern township that we have. Number 2 is Brighton and Genoa Township, just a little bit further away, but still massive proximity, and those prices are already booming. Some of the priciest spots in all of the county, and this is only going to strengthen it that much more. Number 3, Hamburg Township and Pinckney Lake communities, a little bit further out, but with this flex lane, it is going to make that commute so much more predictable and faster and cut down those times. It'll be a smoother commute and make these communities that much more desirable. Hartland is already booming, and don't sleep on it anymore. Just a little bit further down US-23 and a little bit closer to Fenton and Flint. But this flex space, allowing that choke point to not bog down that much more, is going to open up Hartland massively. Here's where it gets interesting. Livingston County is not just farmland and subdivision, it's lakes. We're talking Orr Lake, Zuki Lake, the whole chain of lakes, even the one in Hell, Michigan. Whitmore Lake right on the county line. Lakes, lakes, lakes. For a long time, those were just summer houses or weekend homes, but with the commute shortening, that will change. And with the commute to Ann Arbor getting easier, these don't just turn into lake house getaways, but year-round full living. That's a big deal for lake home values. Now, let's talk about families, because young families, buyers, don't just buy a house, they're looking for school districts. Brighton, Howell, Hartland, Pinckney, Fowlerville, these are huge reasons why people always consider Livingston County. So you pair strong schools with a commute to Ann Arbor, now we have a combination a lot of families are wanting and needing right now. So you got space for kids, good schools, and mom and dad don't lose their mind on their drive to and from Ann Arbor and still can keep their jobs. Okay, so let's get practical. If you already own here, what does this mean for you? Right now, the county is tight and the market is hot. Median prices sitting in the low 4s and homes priced right selling fast within 2 weeks. So add in a better commute on top of low inventory. Now you've got demand chasing the same very few houses. More demand chasing very few houses. For sellers, that's a tailwind. Anything close to 23 is going to be hot. A good highway fix doesn't solve bad price. You still have to be smart about how you list and present your home. And now on the other side, if you're trying to buy, this is a mixed bag. The good news is if you work in Ann Arbor, you don't necessarily have to live there. Your dollar stretches a lot further here in Livingston County. The tough news, if this does drive more and more demand and we still have very, very low inventory, it'll be that much harder to win houses here in Livingston County. So the move here for buyers is simple. Get in front of this trend, not behind it. And we're already starting to see in the past 8 months, with probably anticipation for some of this infrastructure, the inventory has been good. The demand has been outrageous. Now, I always try to give you both sides. So let's talk about some of the concerns that this might bring. Number one, induced demand. When you make a road easier to drive, more people are going to drive it. Sometimes traffic just fills right back up. Number two, the flex lane is not a full-time lane. It opens up only in peak hours. On a bad snow day on old US-23 or on US-23, none of this feels magical. Number three, growth pressure. More demand can meet more subdivisions, more traffic, M36, M59, more strain on our small town feel. And here's one that a lot of buyers completely forget about: property taxes. In Michigan, when a home sells, homes uncap on taxable value. That means your tax bill can jump well above what the previous owner was paying. So a home that looks affordable today can completely change that affordability once those taxes adjust. And the scary part is a lot of buyers only find that out months, years after they close on that property. So let's bring it home. What should you do with all of this information? So if you own along US-23 and you're about to look in that tailwind, you're about to sell your property, know your numbers, be prepared, be ready. Price right, sell for top dollar. And if you're buying, look one town farther out that you think that you can afford. The commute math just changed in your favor. And whatever you do, run the tax projections, know your numbers before you fall in love with the house. That one step can save people thousands, but overall, I think this is one of the stories that people are massively underestimating. Again, Brighton, Genoa, Hamburg Township, Green Oak Township, hot, high demand, low inventory communities. Homes that sold 1 year ago are now selling for $80,000 to $100,000 over list price less than 12 months later. Why is that? Again, consumers are ahead of these trends, realizing that these are going to open up that much more, affordability is going to open up that much more, and you don't have to live in Dexter, Chelsea, Ann Arbor to have all of this luxury of a short commute and better lifestyle. Highway upgrades simply don't make headlines, but mortgage rates do. But quietly, year after year, it reshapes where people are willing to live. And Livingston County just got a whole lot closer to Ann Arbor. So I want to hear from you. Do you think that this changes Livingston County home values, or do you think traffic just fills right back up and nothing changes? Because that's a possibility. If you're commuting in Ann Arbor right now, has it actually gotten better for you? Drop it in the comments. Love to read them. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. We'll see you on the next one.